Our Showstoppers at CES 2018 coverage is proudly powered by Amazon. Help support our content by going to PLUGHITZLive.com/Amazon. Hey guys, Scott here with PLUGHITZ Live, part of the Tech Podcast Network. I am here at Showstoppers at CES 2018, and I'm here with a little wooden box and some colorful stuff behind me. We'll find out what that is in just a second, but go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
Hello, hi, my name is Valeria. I'm the COO and co-founder of Primo Toys. And Primo Toys, our flagship product is Cubetto. It's a little wooden robot that introduces children without the use of screen to computational thinking and programming logic. So it's for very young children, 3+.
Okay, so for very young kids, that would explain these very colorful little pieces that we've got here in front of us. How would we program the robot using the little plastic pieces?
Yeah, so the little plastic pieces, we call them it's like what we call a tangible programming language, so a programming language you can touch. Okay. Here is our interface, our board. The children will put the blocks in the board, and you can see that if they're in the right place, if I put it here, I don't get the color because, for example, programming, you need to start at the beginning. Otherwise, the program doesn't get read.
Sure.
So you put your blocks in, and then when you're ready with your sequence, you can press the button go, and the robot will execute one by one. It shows you where it's at so that you know how far you're in your program. And that's how it works. There it is.
Very cool. So we've got this little guy that communicates with the board via probably Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Okay. And then each color probably means something. It was probably turn left, turn right, and go forward?
Yeah, actually it's red for right. We try to have a bit of logic. Green for go, and yellow for left. Doesn't start with L, but it has an L inside. Yes, exactly.
And then when the stop command is just the end of the run?
Yes, so when there's nothing more to do, it just ends by itself.
So I see that the blocks follow through. There's a line that goes all the way through these and up to the start button, but these four down here are in a separate loop. So what is that about?
You already used the word loop, so you know what it is, but that's okay.
I'm a programmer.
That's why you examine the board so precisely. So this is a function block. Actually, we try to kind of replicate the drawing here. I don't know if you can see. Ooh. And what it does is anything that you put in your subroutine or function line gets recalled every time in the program we see the blue. Okay. So one really easy example is if I need to get all the way across the map, it's 6 blocks, but I only have 4, for example.
So, okay, I'll interrupt for a second. So the map has little blocks on it, and each one is one green...
Yes. Oh, okay. So each square is one distance of Cubetto.
Okay. Clever.
So then to do that, I would have, one example would be to do 3 down here and 2 up here.
Okay.
So all of a sudden I know...
6.
Yeah, 2 times 3 is 6, so we've done some math. We've done some testing and some thinking, so we've learned a lot just trying to get across the map.
Okay.
And then, of course, you can do the infinite loop. For example, if you did this, it would go on forever. And once I actually tested it, and it didn't stop. I mean, I know that the distance is 10 meters, but I think it actually did more. It just kept going and going and going.
It's the theoretical distance. Sometimes Bluetooth goes farther than it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So where did this idea come from? Because it's a really, really great idea. You don't see, there's a lot of push to teach to program, but you don't see a whole lot of tactile stuff. Where did this come from?
Yeah, so this was a result of one of the co-founders' dissertation. So he's an interaction designer, Matteo Loglio, and he was working with Massimo Banzi, who is the CEO of Arduino, and his task was to create a modern toy that would teach a modern skill. So he did lots of studies in Montessori University, lots of Simon Puppet, all the Logo Turtle and stuff like that, and so he observed many things, and this is kind of the result of those studies. This is a second version. The first one actually was laser cut and 3D printed, and we made them all by ourselves in our in our office. We stopped working for a month and only made the units that we had pre-sold and sold with our Kickstarter campaign, the first one that we did.
So you had a successful Kickstarter campaign?
At this point, 3.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So, well, congratulations on that. Having one is tough, so.
Yeah, well, you know, once you do one and then you do the other one, you get better and better at it.
Sure.
You always get better at things when you do them more.
You figure out the quirks of the system.
Yeah.
So that must mean that if I wanted one, I could get one now?
Yeah. You can get it on our website. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it, I think, at Barnes & Nobles, little toy shops around the U.S., educational catalogs and stuff like that.
And what kind of price range are we looking at?
So it's a $225 for the Cubetto with the maps, with this basic map, and then all the additional products usually are around $29, with an exception for the coloring pack, which is $45. It comes with a map that it's washable, markers, ideas, and stuff like that.
Very cool. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, actually, and flattering to be here.
For continuing CES 2018 coverage, stay tuned to PLUGHITZlive.com/CES.